I wanted to share an effective technique you may want to use when doing presentations. So, as I've said in my presentation book, and yes, that's a shameless plug, all presentations have a beginning, middle, and an end. And within each of these pieces, there can be separate introductions, transitions, etc. For this tip, this works specifically when transitioning from the beginning of your presentation to the middle. It's an effective transition when you want to instill curiosity into your audience as a way to engage them. This technique can work on almost any topic your presentation is on, and with most effective things, it's actually rather simple. When you want to tell people a story of some kind, don't simply start telling your story. What you may want to do beforehand is rev up your audience as best as you can right before this transition. Keep them engaged and curious by rhetorically and very sincerely asking, "So, can I tell you a story?" Maybe you're talking about a person that inspired you, whether you know them or not. Maybe you're talking about the evolution of a company. Maybe you're talking about the interesting circumstances behind why a specific bridge was built. So again, this works for many presentations. A few years ago, I was doing an example presentation for students, and the topic was on Bertha Benz, the wife of Carl Benz, the inventor of the car. I was starting to transition into the middle of the presentation on how Bertha Benz's marketing ability was the reason the company survived. Of course, I'm not going to share the content with you here, but I started with an important date, which was August 5th, 1888. I said, "So on this date, something really interesting happened. Even more interesting than the patent date Carl Benz was awarded for the world's very first car." And then what I did was I paused for a second and rhetorically asked, "So, can I tell you a story?" And when you do that, by the way, make some decent eye contact across the entire room. So I hope you'll utilize this technique in your next presentation, and I wish you a lot of luck. So send me your comments and questions, and each week you'll get a chance to win a copy of one of my books, your choice, either my book on presentation skills or business writing skills.